Hey friends, welcome to my channel. My name is Lynn and I'm crafting with the ultimate coffee cup. This is my newest die set, releasing exclusively at the Not Too Shabby shop. Now, if you get this die set, just flip to the back and you'll see a lot of different options for how to craft with this die set. It's called the ultimate coffee cup die set because there are so many different styles of cards you can create. And in fact, I have an entire masterclass series that you can purchase when you get this die set. And in that masterclass series, I did teach you how to create the card that I showed earlier, which is a shaped side folding card and a slider reveal card. Now, today what I'm going to do is make a top folding shaped card. It starts with creating that fold at the top. So what I've already done was I took a bit of scrap paper, I folded it, and then I lined up the folded edge below the top of that cutting edge at the top of the die that cuts the coffee cup lid and the insert. That gets us the folded portion of our card, but we need the cup portion of our card as well. Now, I did leave myself a little bit of cardstock below the coffee cup lid, and that is what I will use to glue the main cup to. Now, optional, but if you want to make sure that everything looks, nice and hidden, there's no glue tabs visible, you're gonna need 4 layers of this main cup die. But the main cup die was designed with glue tabs, which we will not need. So the first thing that you need to do is trim those glue tabs off so that you just have the main cup. And now we can start to adhere it. So just applying liquid adhesive or a combination of liquid and dry adhesive to that bit of extra cardstock that's below the coffee cup, you want to adhere the main cup to that. I just look to try to center it left and right so that the lid is nice and centered on our cup. And then flip to the back. I peeled off the dry adhesive liner and I'll just use liquid adhesive to attach a second layer of that same cup die. And the reason for this is now it hides that bit of a glue tab from the coffee cup lid. So see how it's nice and pretty now? And that's going to be the back of our card. The other reason to do this is so that if you like to use layering weight papers, something kind of in the neighborhood of 65 pounds, it is kind of nice to have 2 layers so that this card feels really substantial by the time you're done, and it will also stand really nicely as well. I'm going to repeat that and do the same thing for the front. Now, 3 of my layers is just plain craft cardstock, but the front of my card, I've actually used that main cup die and cut a bit of pattern paper, and that way the front of my card can be pretty. Now, you could have done pretty cardstock for the back of your card too. I think that would make it look a little bit more realistic as a cup, but I like to be a little bit conservative with my beautiful pattern papers. So I've only put pattern paper on the front. Now, what I want to add to the inside of this, though, is a place for you to actually write a message. And so for that, what I'm going to use is actually another die, just like how you have it here on my side folding card. And again, this card I teach in the masterclass series. It's one of the video tutorials in the masterclass series. So if you do buy this die set, I'll show you at the end all of the cards that I make in those master classes, so you can decide if you want to add that or not. I definitely recommend it so that you know how to create all of the different or I wouldn't say all, because there are so many different things that you can do, and I'm sure that you'll think of even more ideas and different ways to craft with this die set. But I teach you from the very basic shaped card all the way to a slider reveal card. So Lots and lots of different ideas there. Now, this sentiment is from Teresa's One and Done, and she actually has a new stamp set that released not too long ago. And it's one stamp that will get you 11 sentiments, and the coordinating die will cut out all 11 at the same time. So really, really convenient. And I love the fact that her die has stitch border detailing and also has double fishtail banner ends to it. So it's really decorative, this sentiment die set. So I've also got just a bit of ephemera here that I fussy cut myself. And so I've added that as the final piece to my front. And then I'm going to take this die that is actually designed to create a shaker card. So it's actually designed so that you can make a, cut out the aperture window if you're making a shaker card, or it doubles also as just a miniature coffee cup, or what I like to call a pup cup. But what's perfect about it is that you can cut it out of another piece of white cardstock, and that way you have a layer that you can put in the on the inside of your card, especially if you're using pattern paper, or like me, you're just using a darker paper. Having a white layer or a cream layer, something light, gives you a place where you can either stamp a sentiment, or at the very least write a message and sign your card. And that way you can keep that on the inside of the card, and it works out perfectly because it is the same shape as the main cup, just smaller. And that's it. That's our top folding coffee cup shaped card, and this is very nearly A2 in size, so it will fit into an A2 size envelope. You could actually put it onto an A2 card if you wanted, the coffee cup that is, but you don't have to buy a special envelope for it. Okay, so now let me share with you the cards that I teach you how to make in the Masterclass series, which is only available when you go to purchase the die set. So I showed you the shaped side folding card already. This is a pocket card that has a slider insert and is a gift card holder. So I share with you how to add gift card slots to the insert, because that gift card slot die is actually a separate die in this die set, but it can be used to put those gift card holder slots into anything that you want. So you don't always have to use it with the coffee themed items from this die set. Now, I'll also share with you in a separate video in that masterclass series how to make a traditional shaker card with foam. So that is the third class or lesson in the masterclass series. And what's nice about the masterclass series is that it's all filmed in real time. So unlike this video where I've sped it up, I do everything in real time. I explain really slowly, very carefully, everything that I'm doing. And as well, each of these cards is a separate video. So that way, if you have the inclination to create any of these particular styles of cards, you can just watch that specific video and get straight to creating. And I feel like I'm a pretty slow crafter, so hopefully I'm crafting at a pace that is easy for you to follow along with. But you can always speed up the video, you can always pause it, you can always watch it on replay. Now, I do have 2 videos where I show you how to use some of the additional accessories that come in this die set. So this is a pup cup with some whipped cream. We've got the stir stick and coffee beans as well. And this 6th and final video tutorial in the masterclass series really combines a lot of the other lessons. And I show you how to make a slider card that is a side folding shaped card that reveals a gift card on the inside. So every tutorial is a little different, and some of the tutorials revisit earlier lessons, which I find when you've watched a particular technique a few times, it starts to sink in a little bit better than just having the one video. And so I'm really excited for you to get your hands on this die set. And just remember, if you're interested in learning the basics of how to create these 6 cards that I showed, not the one I made today, but the other 6 that I just showed, do add that masterclass series, because after you've purchased the die, the class itself will not be available for purchase individually, and it is going to exclusively be available with the purchase of the die. So that's all content that will be on the Not Too Shabby channel, but only accessible to folks who purchase this die set. So thank you so much for supporting me and for supporting Jamie at the Not Too Shabby Shop. I'll leave links to everything in the description box below. And until next time, happy crafting and have a fabulous day. Bye.